Hi everyone, and welcome or welcome back. My name is Debbie. We know this is the Mind Body Soul Evolution, and today I am doing a weekly tarot reading. Today is the 15th. This tarot reading will go from Monday the 16th through Sunday the 22nd, if I did that right. So, we have a lot of energy happening. We had Neptune moving into Aries on Friday the 13th. We had Saturn move into Aries. We have the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius on the 17th on Tuesday. And Tuesday also starts the year of the Chinese New Year, the year of the fire horse. So there's a lot of heat, there's a lot of fire energy. And this eclipse season will now start a new cycle of eclipses. We're now moving from earth and water to air and fire. So this is going to be the eclipse axis for Aquarius and Leo. So that's called the Ring of Fire. So I'm going to refer to my notes and make sure I get everything. We'll pull tarot cards for the general reading. I will pull for each individual sign 3 cards, 2 oracle cards, and 1 tarot. But of course, if I need some clarification, I will pull more tarot. And my palm is itching, but it's been itching for a while. So let's get into it, shall we? So anyway, like I said, Neptune left Pisces and went into Aries. Saturn has now moved into Aries, and we're coming upon a new eclipse cycle with Aquarius and Leo. So Saturn moved in on Friday the 13th into Aries, where it will remain for about 26 months until April 12th of 2028. So the focus of this is discipline, responsibilities, structure, and personal goals. And my personal feeling on this, although I haven't heard any other astrologers talking about this or tarot readers, and it doesn't mean that they're not, it's just that I haven't heard it. This feels very Capricorn energy to me. Structure, responsibilities, discipline, that is all earth element. That is all Capricorn. So if you have Capricorn friends, although this is a lot of fire energy happening, just kind of check in on them and see how they're doing. Again, this is not in the astrology. This is just something I am picking up personally, so I thought I would put that out there. So check in on your Capricorn friends. So collectively, we are all starting to look at, like, who am I? We're starting to reevaluate the way we're moving through life. Does it still fit? Doesn't it? What do I truly believe in? And we're not going to get into the temperature of the world too much, but there's a lot of heated debates, not only in the US, but globally. But I'm in the US, so I hear the US news. And when people say they don't know who they are, or they're trying to figure it out, when there are heated topics, such as what's going on in the US right now, whatever impassions you, whatever side you choose, or whatever side pulls to you and says, this is wrong, that shouldn't be happening, or they shouldn't be saying this. Whatever side you're on, that's who you are. And that's where you need to lean into. And it's your personal choice. I'm not here to say you should be on one side or the other. I have friends in my family and in my personal social group who are on different ends of the spectrum, and those who go in between. And it's fine, as long as you respect and honor those around you. So if you want to get a deeper idea of who you are or who you are evolving to be, take a look at what's happening in the world and how that affects you. What side do you lean towards? Like, what side are you waving the flag for? Right? And that will tell you a lot about where to put your focus and attention. We're also starting to move through the world a little differently and deciding what kind of, or at least finding out anyway, discovering what kind of leader we are. Now, even if you don't consider yourself a leader, we all lead our lives. And people view us by the way we move through life. So in that form and fashion, How are you leading yourself through life? Our personal goals, again, our personal goals and leadership skills are starting to emerge. They're starting to be redefined. And we're also setting personal boundaries or reestablishing where we need a boundary, where boundaries need to be stronger, and what boundaries we can let go of. So the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius is on February 17th. I believe that is Tuesday. So this, again, marks a new 2-year eclipse cycle of Aquarius and Leo. This is called the Ring of Fire eclipse. And the emphasis here is on authenticity, innovation, heat, passion, community. There is a lot of community upheaval happening, or a lot of upheaval happening, and either separating or joining community, right? There's also expect some unexpected beginnings, some plot twists, because we don't always get all of our answers in our cards, nor should we. And there's a lot of work on humanitarianism, social and technological spheres. So my personal opinion is that there's a lot of Capricorn energy here. I also feel that a lot of this, the planets all align for a reason, right? And the last time these alignments came into place, there were major wars happening, at the beginning of major wars. The world is also going through what I would consider shadow work. It's pulling up all the pain, all the sorrow, all the ills, and bringing it to the surface. Because in order to heal something, we have to acknowledge that it's there. And we have to take a look at it, and we have to pull it out. So this is coming really from the belly of the earth. If everything is energy, and everything is, even this table and you, we call ourselves matter, but we are just denser energy. You know, that this has to come out. We have to take a look at it. We have to acknowledge that it happened. Like denying anything, no matter what side it is, isn't helpful. So I think there's a lot of shadow work in the world happening globally. So the earth itself has taken in all this energy, and some of it's been very damaging and very harmful and very hurtful. And so the earth is starting to purge some of these things out. So we will start with some tarot for the general reading, and then we will get into each sign. And we'll just see. This is just for this week. I'm trying something new. I'm off from work for a week from eye surgery, which is why my hair was pulled back. I'm not supposed to have anything get in my eye. So, trying to do what I can do, you know, to keep my eye healthy. I'm also redesigning or reassessing what I'm putting out there and how I'm doing it. I think I talked before about there could be an overload of information, which in one sense, like we like to take in information. In another sense, it can be overwhelming. And my goal is not to overwhelm. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how I decide. But what does the tarot hold for the collective for the week of February 16th through the 22nd? I think they're the correct date. Tomorrow is the 16th, Monday. I think Sunday is the 22nd. So what does the tarot hold for the collective community as this heat and fire comes into play as we go into the year of the fire horse? And I just wanted to say something real quick, and I'll talk about this more when I do the video for the year of the fire horse, is that just because we're leaving the year of the snake, the wood snake, and the snake is about shedding, releasing, does not mean we're done releasing, right? We still will be releasing. The release may happen a little faster with the fire horse energy. And with the fire horse energy, you know, give yourself, as we pull out the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Fire. And give yourself some grace if you start to feel overwhelmed, if it's a little too much for you. If too much information is coming, shut down social media, shut down your phones, take a break, you know, reestablish yourself, reconnect back to you. I did put out a yoga video, believe that or not, yesterday. I'll be putting those out as well. I'm going nice and easy to start, you know, and then we'll take it from there as I get a little stronger, as I have more permission to dive deeper. Anyway, Four of Swords on the root of the deck, and I just said give yourself some grace and rest. Four of Swords is about resting. It's about resting your mind, not taking in. I just said this, and this is on the root of the deck. So this is the foundation of our week. Give yourself permission to take a step back, to rest when you need it. We'll pull the rest of our cards out. We'll turn them over. We have 7 cards, 4 face up, 3 face down. 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Interesting. Queen of Wands, Strength, the only major arcana. 5 of Cups, King of Fire, 6 of Swords. Very interesting. I'm going to bring the 6 of Swords. They're on the bookends, and 8 of Cups. Both of these cards are about moving away, about walking away. 8 of Cups, right? You see like the little bowl here, and there's a fire in it, and she's walking away from the edge of the water. She's using, and water can be interpreted as your intuition. Like her intuition is at her back. It is guiding her towards her destiny. Now in the traditional Rider-Waite, there's 8 cups, and somebody is, you know, moving off into the nighttime. I think it's under an eclipse, moving away from the cups. And a lot of people will, a lot of readers will say you're walking away from something. But in this card, I feel like she's walking towards something. And again, we're walking back to our authenticity. We're walking towards the things that make us feel more ourselves, allowing our intuition to guide us there. Ace of Cups, right? Aces are opportunities. Opportunities, and she's literally holding her heart in her hand. And in the 4 of Swords, she is a little separated from her heart. I mean, she's got maybe too much feeling. The feeling is a little too overwhelming, so she set her heart off to the side a little bit to get some rest. But here she's holding her heart in her hand, and there's Reiki energy going in for healing. Because when we decide that it's time to move into a new direction, and this doesn't have to be a big move, it could be something small. But especially when it feels like it's intuitively guided, right? We want to make sure that intuition is really handled with care and tenderness, because it's leading us. Again, 8 of Wands, right? Or Queen of Wands. She's victory. She's like, I'm here. Like, she started off leading with her intuition, leading her or guiding her. And when she arrives, she goes like, I am here. Like, I have arrived. This is me. And I feel like I'm just floating on air, surrounded by, look at all the candles down there. Right? And again, she has the light in the palm of her hand. So that's an indication that you have the ability to create and go for the life that you want. It's in the palm of your hand. Strength. Moving on, though, or making any change requires inner strength. It requires you to kind of, and again, the little red heart. Just the day after Valentine's Day, right? And the little red heart. She's literally like wearing her heart, and she's letting her heart be seen. Where there's a little separation from the heart here, there's energizing and, you know, holding her heart tenderly. And now that you've arrived, now you're arriving into yourself, and you're finding your own power within, which is also strength. She's letting her heart be seen. She's letting herself be seen for who she is. There would be a bit of a period of mourning of the past, like what you left behind. There may be some people left behind, some people who may not understand your journey. You have the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Wands, but you've worked a long time for this form of independence, for this place of self-knowing. So it's time for you, again, you got the Strength card here, which is associated with the sign of Leo, right? I mean, her face is half woman, half lioness or lion, and he's got the lion on his shoulder. It takes a lot to own who you are, but we're all learning how to do that in a whole new way. Six of Swords. And once we get there, we're probably going to realize collectively, and again, this is a general reading, that the things we were holding on to, we didn't need to begin with. We didn't need them. And the things we left behind, we will find out that they were anchors to hold us back, to keep us back from being who we are. So that's a collective reading. So let's get into this. We will go into, and we'll continue with this deck. I have the Cosmic Energy Oracle deck. I have the Enchanted Path and the Tarot. So again, I will pull one tarot card per sign, unless if I need more. So this is going to be for Aries, since Aries is taking on the responsibility of change. It is the first sign of the zodiac. They are the trailblazers. They're taking on a lot in order for us to become who we're meant to be. So let's take a Cosmic Oracle card for Aries, and I'll pull all three cards, and then we will we'll see what this says. So Aries, this is for you. What does the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards hold for our Aries friends? Beautiful card. And I will show you all the cards when we're done. And the Enchanted Path. That was the Tarot deck. And the Enchanted Path. And there's the back of this deck. And we'll see. Okay, so for Aries, you have resilience. And it says, resilience is your source of strength in challenges. Now, we just had the Strength card in the reading for the collective. And for the King of Wands, we had the lion on his shoulder. Resilience. And you kind of have to be resilient now, or find your resilience, Aries, because again, you're carrying some major planets for us as a collective. Three of Swords. Focus. Keep your attention on your goals. So yeah, resilience, right? In the face of challenges. Resilience is your source of strength in the face of challenges. And again, some of your challenges, this is considered the heartbreak card. You can, though, be feeling a lot of stress from this planetary alignment. But you're being asked, when you lean into that, when you feel stressed or overwhelmed, keep your attention on your goals. What is it that you need for yourself? What is your resolve for the month of February? Let's not do the whole year. Sometimes I think that's a little too much. What is your resolve, Aries, for the month of February? And when things start to get a little heated, a little too much, a little intense, we're also going to have a Mercury retrograde towards the end of February. There's a lot happening. Focus on your goals and lean into your resilience, right? That will become your strength when you find these challenges of, oh my gosh, it's just a lot for me to carry right now. And sometimes we carry things that are not ours. and other times we carry things that are. And I'm going to talk about that in another video. But if you're carrying something that is yours, maybe that thing you're carrying that feels a little overwhelming is to remind you of where you're going. It's to remind you that you have the strength to do this. So you've got this, Aries. You've got this. Aries, if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments or you can reach out to me. And we will go on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. How are you? Happy February. Happy Ring of Fire year. It's, yeah, or 2 years, really, for the eclipses, right? Card pops out, so I'll take that. And that is a card of hope. And we'll pull out your tarot card. And when I do the reading for each sign for the year of the fire horse, we will go deeper into detail for sure. Okay, too many cards. We're only taking one, Taurus. And the cards are like, but no, we have something to say to Taurus. That's okay. That's okay, Taurus. They will make their way. I really believe that whatever's meant for you will find you, one form or fashion, right? You have hope. You have the Lovers. Ooh la la. And you have manifestation. This is really sweet. And even like the colors in these two cards, they complement each other, right? So Taurus, hope. Hope is the light in the darkness. Never extinguish it. Right? Never extinguish it. And just look at the butterflies just kind of flying around in that golden and that fiery orange color. Fiery orange, the year of fire. You have the Lovers. Lovers is associated with the sign in Major Arcana, by the way, with the sign of Gemini. So lean into your Gemini friends and see what's going on with them. But Lovers is about, it can be a love relationship. It's also about alignment. Now, a lot of people, and I do this sometimes myself, Lovers is about choice. Right? Because it's about duality, but it's also about aligning yourself. And if you have the card of hope, like hope is the light in the darkness, never extinguish it. So if you're having trouble aligning yourself, you have the card of manifestation. It says focus on what you truly desire, and the universe will respond. What you're desiring is connection. Right? What you're desiring is balance, the yin and the yang, that balance. It could be, again, it could be a relationship, but we are making choices that are aligned with us, not that are misaligned. And again, I said for the general reading, we're all figuring out like, who am I? And what do I want? You have manifestation, which is really strong. Now, I will say, personally, I do not manifest during eclipses. Eclipses bring things to light. They eclipse things into our life, and they eclipse things out of our lives. So personally, I do not manifest during an eclipse. However, if you were born during an eclipse, maybe you can manifest. I'm just saying that. So, Taurus, focus on what you truly want, right? Connection. And when you can't find that connection, go a little deeper. Go a little deeper into it. Alignment. So if you're feeling a little misaligned, what does alignment mean to you, Taurus? These are your cards for this week, Taurus. Let me know if that was helpful. And we will go on to Gemini. Hello, Gemini. How are you? Okay, I didn't even have to shuffle. The card came right out. We'll just take it because the cards know better than I do. You know what? I don't like that. I'm not going to use that deck for Gemini. I am being called for this deck. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot, and this is, I forget what deck that is. I should put the decks in the description, shouldn't I? That would be helpful. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot. So, Gemini, your first card is Wisdom. And it says, wisdom comes from experience and reflection. Yeah. So we don't gain wisdom when we don't have any difficulties, right? It comes from experience. It comes from things that work and things that don't always work. Major Arcana, the Fool. Let's see what the Enchanted Path holds for you. So the Fool is about new beginnings, pretty much starting from scratch, not even starting over, but an opportunity to renew and to go into a whole new direction. Truth. Live your truth authentically. So wisdom comes from experience and reflection. So what are you reflecting on, Gemini? What is it you're reflecting on? What are you ready for to start? Or maybe what are you not ready for is probably the bigger question. Because what happens is we tend to not do things because we're not ready. We're not ready to buy a house. We're not ready to start a family or get married. We're not ready to start a YouTube video. We're not ready to change jobs. So what is it you want, but you're not ready for? That's where you're going. You have the Truth card. Live your truth authentically. And again, you have enough wisdom, right? From the experiences you've had and reflecting on those experiences. And if you have found that you've been safe or been taking the safe road, and look, we all do that, and I do that myself. But then sometimes, it's just time. It's just too hard to stay safe. There's a break free moment to go for the unknown. And in going through for that unknown, is you live your truth authentically. It's a question to ponder, Gemini. Yeah. But remember, you have the wisdom within you. We all do. We all have this internal compass called our intuition. So lean into that. Interesting, Gemini. So Gemini, that is yours for this week. And we'll go on to hello, Cancer. How is Cancer? Happy February. Cancer holds, Jupiter is in Cancer now until June. Jupiter loves being in Cancer. Cancer is just like a nice, sweet home for Jupiter. Your first card is out and it says, trust, Cancer. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. And again, these cards, I love them. A lot of butterflies, and I will show you. What does the Tarot hold for Cancer? The Hermit, another major arcana. What is the Hermit about? Internal reflection. In a traditional Rider-Waite, looks like an elderly gentleman, like with the long beard, holding a lantern. And that lantern, there's a light in the lantern, and that is the inner light guiding you forward. And it says, trust your intuition. The universe guides you. And we think that the universe is this big exterior source, and it is. However, we also hold the universe within ourselves because we hold the wisdom. So, Cancer. Wow, this is huge. But I think Cancer, you probably already know this, right? And then you have synchronicity. Notice and trust meaningful coincidences. Okay, trust. You have trust here. Trust your intuition. The universe is guiding you. On this card, it is synchronicity, notice, and trust meaningful coincidences. So there's a lot about trust and faith in yourself. And I say faith in yourself because you have the Hermit, right? Taking the internal reflection and whatever you're reflecting on internally, letting that be your guide. forward. And I love this card. The little symbol on the top. So I love these though. Trust. So it's a lot of trust. It's trusting yourself. The universe as a vast place. But let's not outsource too much. We all hold the universe within ourselves. Trust the universe within you. Synchronicity, right? And clocks, time. It's about divine timing. So trust in divine timing. If something hasn't happened yet, give it time. And sometimes when we back off of something, that's when it shows up. So Cancer, that is your reading for the week. If that has been helpful, let me know. If it has not been helpful, if you're like, screw that, let me know that too. I want to know. Leo, hello Leo, how are you? Oh, my lovely Leo friends. So our fire signs are really feeling all this energy lately, but more so the mutable signs. So Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo are feeling the intensity of this change happening because we're mutable. We kind of go with the change. We're the signs that change, that bring you from one place to the next. And maybe I'll have to come on and do a video about that. So, Leo, what does universe, cosmic energy, oracle cards hold for you? Oh, it says compassion. It's a beautiful heart. And it says compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and yourself. So it's about loving yourself, Leo. And Leos, they are heart-centered, right? They're all about the heart and love, and they have the biggest hearts around. So just tarot hold for our Leo friends. Four of Swords, back to resting. This is a very interesting Four of Swords, and I will show you too. It is about rising above your thoughts. Not letting your thoughts overtake you, but you overtaking your thoughts. Very interesting read on this Four of Swords. I don't think I've ever seen the Four of Swords out of this deck. And you have energy. Direct your energy towards what you want to achieve. So here's the thing, compassion. So you're asked to hold compassion for yourself and others, and just look at that. Isn't that card just so beautiful? And you have the planets, stars, and I think that's like a little butterfly here. Compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and give it to yourself. Four of Swords. And the traditional Rider-Waite, there's a person lying down, and there are four swords on the wall, like beyond them. And then there's a sword horizontally. This person is literally laying on top of the swords. Granted, the points are in the earth, but they're getting above their thoughts, right? They're allowing themselves to rise above their thoughts. And again, I'm not a biblical scholar at all, but you know, the passage, everyone has heard it, you know, Jesus walked on water. And maybe, right? Maybe he had the ability of levitation. And that's dipping into the quantum field, and that's a whole other discussion. Right? Maybe he rose above his emotions, and he did not allow his emotions to drown him, but he rose above them because he had something he needed to do. And if he let the emotions take over, he would not have been able to achieve what he was here to do. So again, not letting your thoughts take over, and you're directing your energy to what you want to achieve. And to do that, you have to get beyond your thoughts into the space of compassion, which is the warmth of the soul. So going back to the soul. Just like Cancer had intuition, right? Getting back to your heart, getting back to the soul, rising above the mundane, because thoughts can be part of the mundane, And then refocusing and sending your energy towards what you want to receive, what you want to achieve. So there you go, Leo. That is your reading, and we will go on to hello, Virgo. How are you? Happy almost eclipse season. Happy energy. So yes, Virgo, you are a mutable sign. So I am sure you are feeling these energies. I know I am. I've been, you know, a lot of us have been feeling a little off, a little emotional. You know, I could say I've been emotional because of the eye surgery, but, you know, it's still, you know, still feeling emotional about some things here. So your card came, your cosmic energy, Virgo, came face down. So we will leave it face down for now. And we'll see. I'm going to use the other tarot deck for you because I just do what Spirit says. Pull this deck, pull that deck. I'm like, okay. But I only put a couple of decks on here. Virgo, communication. Effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connection. And look at this. They're going for each other's hands, and there's like a magic balloon or magic planet above them. They're sprinkling down some maybe magic dust, helping them to communicate with one another. You have Page of Swords. Okay, pages are the youthful energies. There could also be your inner child. So leaning into the things that came easy for what your inner child, what you did as a child, I should say, that the things you enjoyed learning about. That could be really key in how you communicate, is the things that you enjoyed learning when you were young. And playfulness. I said the page is about your inner child and your child, and it's the playfulness. Bring playfulness and fun into your life. And look, this page, like, she looks like she's on her tippy toes, as if those light bulbs can kind of carry her off as she's reading and learning something. She's not even aware that she's being like drifted off to someplace else because she's really engaged and something that she feels good about. And again, how you communicate, right? Maybe some playfulness. Maybe go back to some youthful energy or to the things you enjoyed doing as a child. There may be some inner child healing that comes up for you, and that's okay. Let it come up. Anything that comes to the surface is waiting and needing to be acknowledged. So have some playful times, like they're playing basketball. But whatever, what makes you feel playful and youthful and forget the responsibilities of adulthood, Virgo. Virgo, that's for you for this week. Let me know how that works for you. Let me find the right deck. And hello, Libra. How are our Libra friends? Our balancers, right? Our harmony keepers. There's a couple cards there, so I'll put them back. Our harmony keepers. I just said our harmony keepers, and what card came out for Libra? Harmony. I'm telling you, like, this stuff is great, right? I love it when the universe says, okay, she's talking about harmony. Too many cards. So we will just bring harmony out because that's what Libra is all about. Balance, harmony. So it says harmony is the beautiful melody in relationships. And Virgo just had a card of relationships, learning how to communicate. So Virgo, if you're still watching, maybe you lean into some of your Libra friends. Say, hey, how do you have that harmony thing? What is that about? Can you give some of that to me? Okay, Libra, and we'll pull one more card for you. You have harmony, 7 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Really? Really. Harmony is a beautiful melody in relationships, right? What do you think this last card on the Enchanted Path deck is? Harmony. I mean, really. Really. Hello. Cultivate harmonious relationships, right? Relationships with others and relationships with yourself, and being mindful not to give too much of yourself away. Seven of Pentacles, right? So some of you can be working really hard on something and maybe not having enough time for your relationships, or creating a balance for yourself in life. And balance comes in many forms. It can, and we don't always have balance at the same time. We can go years very heavily working and then have, a couple years of rest and relaxation. So balance and harmony don't always come at the same time, like within the same week or within the same day or even in the same month or even the same year. But making time for harmony in your relationships, right? And again, cultivating, both of these talk about harmonious relationships. So what relationships maybe have you not had time for, right? Because you've been working. And the thing is, I don't know that you've realized how much you've been working, because you can't really see, right? After this is the Eight of Pentacles. And then you kind of get to see, oh, wait a minute, now all my work is paying off. But this is really, for you, is about harmony and balance. Yes, work. But harmony, balance in your relationships. The relationships that you hold really dear and sacred, and feed into those. Libra, that was amazing. Thank you. We will go on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? And let's see, what do the cards hold for our Scorpio for this week? It says light. Light dispels darkness. Keep your inner light shining, which is really unique because Scorpio likes the darkness, right? They are the card of death in the tarot. They are the secret keepers. They are the shadow workers. So, but light, right? Light dispels darkness. Keep your inner light shining. So not to get too far into your own depths of mystery, right, Scorpio? Let's see what the tarot holds for our Scorpion friends. We'll pull the Enchanted Path. Okay, you have, again, light, Three of Wands, eternal love. Recognize that love is a constant, eternal force. So again, light, right? Light dispels darkness. Keep your inner light shining. And even these cards kind of complement each other. Three of Wands. So this is, you have a spark, you have an idea, you have an energy that you want to start moving towards. And it's just starting. So again, this could be that light within you. Like maybe you've taken some time away, Scorpio. For some of you, maybe you've been taking a break, or you've been kind of hibernating a little bit, or kind of staying to yourself. And now there's some enthusiasm. For some of you, it can be a love interest because you have the card of eternal love. Look at the side that I'm in, right? It says, recognize that love is a constant, eternal force. So there's some passion and some new beginnings here for you, Scorpio. It may or may not be a love connection, but it's definitely around the theme of love. So let your light, whatever that light is, keep that light within you shining, and let it come out a little bit. Let it start to light the way, because there is an eternal love that is guiding you along this path for this week. Scorpio, that is your reading for the week. We'll go on to Sagittarius. How are my fellow and ladies Saggy signs right away? Peace. Find inner peace in moments of stillness. Well, I've been given a week of stillness. I don't know how much peace. Sometimes I can find too much peace. Right? It's a beautiful card. Let's pull the tarot for our Sagittarius friends. Okay. King of Wands. Now we had the King and Queen of Wands in the general reading for everyone. So King of Wands, find inner, well, the King of Wands not necessarily, he's not unpeaceful, but he's very high energy and energetic. And he's probably riding the fire horse. He's on a unicorn though. So Sagittarius, of course, your reading is going to be a little spirited, shall we say. Passion, of course. Follow your passions with enthusiasm. So peace. Find inner peace in moments of stillness. So this is a reminder, Sagittarius, with all this fire energy happening in the year of the fire horse and the ring of fire for 2 years for the Aquarius, Leo axis for eclipses. You can get overwhelmed. And you can kind of get pulled in different directions. So make sure you take time for some stillness. Now, lucky thing for me, I'm a yoga teacher. But still, sometimes it's still hard for me to find stillness. Just look at that. Maybe you get away to the mountains, Sagittarius. You make time for peace. You make time for moments of stillness to escape from everything. Because I'm telling you, King of Wands, and you see he's on a unicorn. He's got a wand, flaming wand in his hand. There's fire here. And this card of passion, it's the same fire flames. Different decks, different authors, different illustrators. Same thing. Follow your passions with enthusiasm. So yes, Sagittarius, be enthused. Follow your passions along the way. Find moments of stillness. Find peace. Or you're going to burn yourself out. Just saying. Capricorn. This is for Capricorn. How are you? So again, Capricorn, I feel like you are feeding this fire energy, or you are the foundation for this fire energy to be moving, and it's a lot. So thank you for your strength. And what does the cosmic energy hold for our Capricorn friends for this week? Hope. Hope is the light in the darkness. Never extinguish it. What does Tarot hold for our Capricorn friends? I think somebody else had this card. Let's see. Okay, Capricorn, you have hope. Hope is the light in the darkness. Never extinguish it. You have your tarot card, Two of Pentacles. Right? This is balance, but let me see what this other card is. Detachment. Let go of the attachment of the outcome. And it's really funny because this person here has, you know, the yin and the yang, which is about balance and harmony, right? Balancing these two things. But this person also has two things in their hands. So letting go of the outcome. And being okay with just letting things be the way they are. And not losing hope if things don't go, if things don't go the way you had anticipated. Again, if you detach from the outcome. And we all do this. We have an expectation of, oh, if I do this, this is going to happen. And then it doesn't, or it doesn't happen the way we think. And that's okay. Keep the hope. because just because it didn't happen now, Capricorn, does not mean it's not happening. I'm going to be very interested to see what your reading is when I do the reading for the year of the fire horse. But keep the hope going, Capricorn. Keep that light in there. There's a little bit of balance, right? And again, I will keep saying this. I feel like Capricorn is the structure to hold all this fire energy. And it's a lot. And it's a lot to balance. And you think you may, this fire may be going in one direction, and fire is mutable. Fire is unpredictable. It might change course on you. And then you go, oh man. So maybe you let go of one of the balloons. Maybe this balance. Maybe it's not even about balancing. Maybe it's just holding on to whatever it is you have and letting that be enough without the need to have it be anything more. Capricorn, that is your reading for the week. And let's move on to Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. What does this week hold for our Aquarian friends as our cosmic energy oracle cards? I'm going to pull our tarot for... Funny, the tarot cards are not jumping out today. Not for any of the readings I've been doing today. So that's... Maybe they're just kind of resting. Even for my personal reading, they were not jumping out. Aquarius, you have cleansing. Cleanse your mind and spirit. Remove negative energy. You have 10 of Pentacles, fulfillment, and positive thoughts. Keep your thoughts shape your reality. Keep them positive. These two we're going to put together, right? Cleanse your mind and spirit from remove negative energy and keep your thoughts positive. Because here's the thing, Aquarius. Whatever you're wishing for or wanting or need is on its way to you. Stability, comfort, having all of your needs met. It's on its way to you. It's not going to pass you by. So if there's any thoughts that are like, I don't know if this is going to happen. When we set an intention, if you keep repeating it, sometimes you keep it from happening because we're holding on too tight. State what you want and release it and just trust and then see what happens, right? Maybe they're telling me a sound bath might be really good for our Aquarius friends. So if you have a facility around you where they're holding a sound bath meditation, that might be really good for you. It's on its way, Aquarius. It is on its way. And let's go into Pisces. How are our Pisces friends? And let's pull your cards for the week. And let's see what this week holds for Pisces. We'll pull these cards for Pisces. Your enchanted path. And I just still find it interesting that these cards are none of the cards are like jumping out and flipping over. But really interesting. Okay, insight. Insight is the fruit of wisdom. Keep a learning attitude. So just look at butterflies are just flying out of the book. Like, okay, you open the book and all the insight and wisdom just keeps popping out for you, Pisces. King of Wands. Sagittarius just had this, right? Let's move into your next card. Manifestation. Focus on what you truly desire and the universe will respond. So here's the thing, Pisces. Insight is the fruit of wisdom. Keep a learning attitude. When you keep learning, especially when it's things that you're really interested about, then you ignite this passion in you and you just have boundless energy. It's like, yes, I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly what I want. And I'm manifesting it. Why? Because it's what I truly desire. Because I've accumulated insight and wisdom. I've let myself continue to learn. And life is an evolution. We don't stop when we get out of high school or college or graduate school or whatever. We don't stop when we land the job. We learn how to do the job, and then we stop learning. We don't. It's a constant evolution. We are constantly evolving. And Pisces, I know my oldest daughter is a Pisces, and she loves learning. So the more we learn, the more insight we have, the more wisdom we have, the more impassioned we become, and the easier it is, really. Look again, there he is, on the unicorn, to manifest, because we are aligned, because we didn't shut ourselves down. We allowed ourselves to continually evolve, and we learned about things. We gained insight on the things that impassion us. Focus on what you truly desire, Pisces. The universe will respond. Everyone, that is your reading for the week of the 16th through the 22nd. If you have questions, put them in the comment box. If you want to reach out and work with me in any capacity, if you would like to schedule a reading, or if you just want a curiosity call, just let me know, and we'll get you on the calendar. But until next time, I send you light and love. Have a wonderful eclipse, everyone.